Assalamu alaikum. I am Amiyo Bhattacharjee. I will take higher mathematics class of class 10. Dear students, you know that you have exam tomorrow. So let's do some maths from exercise 8.3 at first. Last day I showed you some maths from vector. Now suppose you are given a figure like that. This is a circle is given. Okay, now you are given like this. This is the center. Okay, this is the center. If this is center, then you know this is 90 degree, right? If this is center, then it is 90 degree, that is angle at the circumference, right? Yes, it is the angle at the circumference. Now you see this type of math can be given like this. Okay, here it is P, it is Q, it is R, it is S. Okay, now for any math, suppose for any math it is given. Suppose question number A, cot x, here x is not given, cot x equals to root over 3, question number A, and your range of x is given as by suppose 0 less than x less than 2 pi. What is the value of x? X equals to what? You have to find this math. You have to find the value of x. Okay, that's good. It's really very easy. Now you see dear students, cot x equals to root over 3. That's good. Cot x, cot, that means its inverse is tangent, right? Okay, so here tan positive, that means cot positive. That means cot is positive. Cot is positive in the first quadrant and in the third quadrant. So what we have come to know, that here root 3 is positive. It is not negative, right? Here root 3 is positive, it is not negative. So we know cotangent is positive in the first quadrant and in the third quadrant. Okay, that's good. Now you see cot x is equal to root over 3. Can you tell me root over 3 cot x, what is the value? Cot what? Cot, that means tan 60 degree equals to root over 3. Tan 60 root over 3. Tan 60 degree equals to root over 3. So if I take that is cotangent, and 60's complementary angle is 30 degree, then cot 30 is also root over 3. Is it? That's good. 30 degree means what? Pi by 6. So we can write here pi by 6. Okay, that means x equal to pi by 6. The math done here is in the first quadrant. Okay, 30 degree, it lies in the first quadrant. Now we must go to the third quadrant, right? Third quadrant. Okay, that's good. Third quadrant. Then what I told you for the third quadrant, can you remember please? For the third quadrant, you were told like this: pi plus theta. Pi plus theta for the third quadrant. Can you remember? Pi plus theta. It's okay, you write down. Again you will write down cot x equal to root over 3, right? Okay. Then you write down cot pi by 6. Now we have to find the value of x in the third quadrant, keeping it in mind that cotangent is also positive in the third quadrant along with first quadrant. So what I told you for third quadrant, pi plus theta, write down cot, this is cot, okay, pi plus theta. So what is pi? This is pi. What is theta? Here pi by 6 is theta. Actually what we are getting here, cot 7 pi by 6, write down cot 7 pi by 6. So we are getting x equals to 7 pi by 6. Therefore the required solution x equals to pi by 6 is in the first quadrant, and x equals to 7 pi by 6 which is in the third quadrant. Okay. Now you see, dear students, the math is done here. Okay. The math is done here. Okay, that's good. I am going to rub this math. Suppose in question number B, it is also given. For a while you think it is not given. Okay, it is not given for a while. You think it is not given. Then you have to prove that in question number B, you please pay attention. In question number B, prove that you have to prove that cotangent P, cot P, cot Q, cot R, cot S equals to 0. Okay, you have to prove all this. Now you see, dear students, what you are getting here, PQRS, write down PQRS is a cyclic quadrilateral, right? Cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, PQRS is a cyclic quadrilateral. It is P. Okay, PQRS is a cyclic quadrilateral. We know if a quadrilateral is inscribed in a circle, then sum of the opposite angles is equal to 2 right angles, right? I think all of you know it. That means here we can write, therefore you write down, therefore angle P plus angle R equals to pi. Pi means what? 180 degree. Okay, from here you can find the value of P. P can be written, angle P can be written pi minus angle R. Okay, now how we have written it? This angle, Okay, I am going to mark it again. This angle are this angle, they are opposite angles, and in math book you were taught that sum of the opposite angles of a quadrilateral inscribed in a circle is equal to 180 degree. That means pi radian. Okay, it is 180 degree. Now you again see we can write here this angle and this angle, they are the opposite angles, right? So we can write here angle S plus angle Q, angle S plus angle Q is equal to pi. Is it? Now again from here we can find angle S is equal to, we can write here angle S is equal to pi minus angle Q, pi minus angle Q. Okay, that's good. Now what is written here, left hand side you can write left hand side is equal to cot P. What is cot P? Okay, let's write down cot P plus cot Q plus cot R plus cot S. Now what is the value of P? Pi minus R. So we can write here value of P is as by pi minus R, right? So write down pi minus R. Okay, now Q, we don't have Q, we have S here, so we can keep as it is cot Q, cot R, we can keep it as it is. Now what is cot S? You see, what is cot S? Cot S equal to what? Pi minus Q. S equal to what? Pi minus Q. Pi minus Q. Now you see pi means what? Pi means, what is meant by pi? Pi means 2 into pi by 2, right? Pi means this. This 2 is even number. This 2 is even. So there will be no pattern of co-system, right? So the pattern of co-system will not be applied here as it is even number. Now it is in the second quadrant, right? Here the angle R lies in the second quadrant. Pi minus theta. Pi means 180 degree. Pi means 180 degree. This is 180 minus. Okay, that means the angle lies in the second quadrant. And we know that cotangent is negative in the second quadrant. Cotangent is negative in the second quadrant. So we can write here minus cot R okay, plus cot Q plus cot R. This is in the second quadrant, minus cot Q, which is equal to what? Which is equal to 0. Here in this math, minus cot R plus cot R will be omitted, and plus cot Q and minus cot Q also will be omitted. So we will be left with 0, and that is our right hand side. So we have got this math, right? Okay. Now we go to our first figure that I drew. You saw. You see, please. What was the figure initially? Is this? It was the center, and it is obviously 90 degree, right? Is it? Okay. Now, suppose you are told that it is angle theta. Okay, it is angle theta. That is good. Now, it is root over 3. It is root over 3, right? And it is also given that it is 1. It is 1. Okay? Please try to understand. Now, you see, if a math is given like this, suppose, if a math is given like this, here, PR by SP whole square, okay, plus, you see, PR by SP, okay, SR by, okay, SR by SP equals to 5 by 3. Can you find it? Okay. You see, in this math, it's okay. It can be found. Suppose it can be found PR. Okay, but we don't need that. We don't need PR. Okay, and actually, we also don't need this value. We don't need this value. Okay, because you see, what is PR? If this angle is counted, then what we are getting, this is perpendicular, opposite, this is perpendicular, okay, this is 90 degree, then this is hypotenuse, definitely now it is base. Now what is PR? PR is here, hypotenuse. SP is base. Hypotenuse by base equals to what? From here we can write hypotenuse by base. Hypotenuse by base equals to what? Sec square theta. Now what is SR? SR is written as by perpendicular. SP is base. Perpendicular by base equals to what? Tan square theta. Now it is equal to 5 by 3. Now from here you have to find the value of theta. Here the value is given. If you were told to determine, suppose PR, it can be given in the exam. Find PR. PR equals to what? Suppose. Then that root 3 and 1 will be used. Okay. Perhaps you can remember that I did this math. Okay. So I am not going to do this math because it was done in my previous class. Okay. So I am not going to do. If you want, I can do. So write me that you want or not. Actually it was done by me. Actually this math was done by me. Now just let me know, will I do? Sir, please do it. Ayman Tasin. Everyone discussing about exam question and math things. Me on the other hand, where am I? I am not getting you. Anyway, okay, someone has written to do chapter 13, but Sanallah sir did it today. Okay, it would be better if we practice solid geometry. As far I know, Sanallah sir did all the maths from exercise 13 today. I'm not all the maths, most of the maths. Okay, I'm going to do this math. Please pay attention. Here sec square theta equals to what? 1 plus tan square theta. It is again plus tan square theta. Okay, is equal to what? 5 by 3. Now you see, we are getting 1 plus 2 tan square theta is equal to 5 by 3. We are getting again 3 plus 6 tan square theta is equal to 5. Okay, now from here we can write 6 tan square theta equals to 2. That is tan square theta is equal to what? 1 by 3. That means tan theta is equal to plus minus 1 by root over 3, right? Please do it. What you have got? Tan theta equals to plus minus 1 by root 3. But here in this question, if the range it is told, it is, though it is now here acute angle, it is shown here, but if you are told that to find the value, if you are told to find the value 0 less than theta less than 2 pi, if you are told to find the value from 0 to 2 pi, then what will you do? Tan theta, here you see tan theta is, here it is tan theta, right? And tan theta is positive in the first quadrant and in the third quadrant, where tan theta is negative. Tan theta is negative in the fourth quadrant and in the second quadrant, right? Okay, now let's do tan theta equals to 1 by root 3. You see, tan theta is equal to 1 by root 3. That means what? Tan pi by 6. Okay, tan 30 degree equals to 1 by root over 3. Now what we are getting here? Therefore theta equals to pi by 6. What I have done, it is in the first quadrant. Let's go to the second quadrant. You see what is told here for the second quadrant. Can you remember please what I told you for the second quadrant? Can any of you remember? For second quadrant it was told, you were told second quadrant pi minus theta, third quadrant pi plus theta, and for the fourth quadrant it is 2 pi minus theta. This is the formula by which you can do all the maths of question number 13. Anyway, now what was the figure here? It is positive, negative, positive, negative. Okay, and we had tan theta. Now you again write down tan theta is in the second quadrant. You see tan theta is equal to what? Minus 1 by root over 3. That means minus tan pi by 6. Okay. What I told you again and again for the second quadrant, pi minus theta. Can you remember please? Pi minus theta. That's good. So you write down tan pi minus theta. So from here we can write theta equal to 5 pi by 6. In the second quadrant it is negative. And you see for the third quadrant it is positive. That's good. Third quadrant it is positive. Okay. Now you see for the third quadrant, tan theta is equal to 1 by root over 3. Positive in the third quadrant. I am going to find the value of theta in the third quadrant. What is 1 by root 3? Tan pi by 6. What is told here? Pi plus theta for third quadrant. You write down tan pi plus theta. Theta means what? Pi by 6. Now from here we can write theta equals to 7 pi by 6. Okay. From here we can write that theta equals to 7 pi by 6. Now you see for the fourth quadrant tan theta is negative. So let's try to do the math for fourth quadrant. Tan theta is negative. Very good. Tan theta is negative minus 1 by root over 3. Okay. That means in the fourth quadrant minus tan pi by 6. What I told here? 2 pi minus theta. Write down tan 2 pi minus theta. Okay. So what is theta? Theta is equal to 11 pi by 6. Math is done. So we have got the values of theta in the fourth quadrant, 4 values in 4 quadrants. Okay, theta equals to pi by 6, theta equals to 5 pi by 6. In the ascending order you have to write down here theta equals to 7 pi by 6, and at last here theta equals to 11 pi by 6, and I hope you will write in ascending order. Okay. Dear students, I am going to exercise 13. Some of you are demanding that I do some maths from exercise 13. Okay, that's good. Go to exercise 13. Okay. Exercise 13, question number 17. Okay, you did the question number 17. Exercise 13, question number 17, the most important math to be given in the examination. It is told here, a solid sphere of radius 4 centimeter. What is meant by solid sphere? Suppose it is a sphere. Okay, it's not hollow, right? It is filled up. Okay, it is filled in. It is filled in. Okay, no hollow space. Okay, now it has a radius of 4 centimeter. 4 centimeter, suppose it is the center and it is 4 centimeter. It is 4 centimeter. Okay, so what is its volume? Can you please tell me what is its volume? What is the formula? 4 by 3, let me know. 4 by 3 pi a cube, it is the formula. Is it? That means we are getting here 4 by 3 pi into, it is 4. Okay, cubic centimeter. Cubic centimeter. We have got the volume of the solid sphere, right? And we know the formula to find out the volume of a sphere. What will you do? You will just put the value of pi and you will calculate it. But not now. If it is given in the exam to find the volume, then you will calculate, otherwise not. One day I told you, when there is a math of broken or formed or melt, okay, then what will you do? You don't put the value of pi. Perhaps you have remembered it. Now it is told that it is to be what is given here, question number 17. Okay, it is to be melted and it will be formed into a uniform hollow sphere of outer radius 5 centimeter. What is meant by this? That now it will be broken, it will be melted. Okay, suppose it is made of iron, it will be melted. Then we will have a hollow sphere. What is a hollow sphere? That is, we have empty space, okay, like this. Okay, this is a hollow sphere and this is a solid sphere. This is a solid sphere, SP for sphere, okay, and it is hollow sphere. You see, hollow sphere, okay. And it is told here in this question that its outer radius is 5 centimeter. It is 5 centimeter. Outer radius is 5 centimeter. Now the question is, what is the thickness of the hollow sphere? What is meant by thickness here? This is the thickness. You have to find the thickness of hollow sphere. Okay, and it is what? It is 5 centimeter. It is 5 centimeter. Okay, now what should I do? We let the thickness of the hollow sphere be, suppose this is x centimeter. It is x centimeter. You see, it is x centimeter. What I have let? I have let that the thickness of the hollow sphere, okay, is x centimeter. Okay. Now here outer radius you write down. For hollow sphere, outer radius is equals to what? 5 centimeter. Very good. Outer volume. So outer volume equals to what? 4 by 3 pi into 5 cube, right? Cubic centimeter. Cubic centimeter. Can you let me know what is inner radius? What is inner radius? You see, inner radius. Inner radius means what? This is called here in this math, this is the inner radius. This is inner radius. This is outer radius. Outer radius is 5 centimeter and thickness is x centimeter. Then what is the inner radius? 5 minus x. 5 minus x centimeter, right? This is wholly and fully 5. Then it will be what? 5 minus x, as it is x, it is x. Okay, so we are getting here, it is 5 minus x centimeter. Okay, so what is inner volume? Therefore, inner volume is equal to 4 by 3 pi 5 minus x whole cube cubic centimeter. You have to know the formula, that is 4 by 3 pi a cube. Okay, now if I subtract the inner volume from the outer volume, please try to understand, this inner volume, okay, this inner volume is to be subtracted from the outer volume, then what we will get, or what we will be left with? We will be left with the volume of this iron. Okay, this iron. We will be left with the volume of this iron. So we can write here, and that iron used in the hollow sphere is equal to the that of the volume of this. Okay, according to the question, we can write here, according to the question, this iron, okay, has been used here. Okay, according to the question, we can write 4 by 3 pi into 4 cube is equal to 4 by 3 pi into 5 cube minus 4 by 3 pi into 5 minus x cube. I think you have got it. Outer volume minus inner volume is equal to the volume of the iron used in the hollow sphere. Have got me? I repeat, outer volume minus inner volume is equal to the volume of the iron used in the hollow sphere. Okay, and that iron was obtained by melting the first solid sphere. Is it? Okay, now let's calculate. Let's calculate. You see, this is 4 by 3 pi, this is 4 by 3 pi, this is 4 by 3 pi. So we can do one thing here. 4 cube is equal to 5 cube minus 5 minus x whole cube, right? Next we get, this can be taken to the left hand side. 5 minus x whole cube is equal to 5 cube minus 4 cube. Okay, that is 5 minus x whole cube is equal to 5 cube, that is 125 minus what? 64. 125 minus 64. That means 5 minus x whole cube equals to 61. We should not forget that we have to find the value of x. Some students have tendency, as per I have seen, they have tendency to put it into a minus b whole cube formula. please don't do it. Okay, now 5 minus x equals to what? Root cube 61, is it? We have to find the value of x. That means from here we can write x is equal to 5 minus root cube 61. Okay, now you please use the calculator. Use the calculator, perhaps you will get the answer here. Five minus, okay, I'm not getting here in this. Okay, you do it by yourself. Calculate it. Mm. 5 minus root cube 61. 5 minus root cube 61 is equal to, we have got here in another software, is equal to 1.0635, 1.0635 approximately. Okay, so thickness of the hollow sphere we have got as by 1.0635 centimeter approximately, right? Now I am going to do another math that's a little bit lengthy, but I am trying my level best to make it easy. Okay, so please go to question number 19. You see question number 19. A spherical ball of radius 22 by pi centimeter exactly fits into a cubical box. Okay, you see what is given. A spherical ball of radius 22 by pi centimeter. Question number 19. Suppose this is okay. In this way we are going to draw it. Okay, that means it is a spherical ball whose radius is given, it is given as by 22 by pi, 22 by pi centimeter it is given. Okay, and we have to find the volume of the unoccupied portion. Okay, that's good. So write down radius of the ball. You write down radius of spherical ball, comma, a, or you write down r is equal to 22 by pi centimeter. Okay, yes, it is. Sorry, Then what is its volume? Therefore its volume is equal to, what is the formula? 4 by 3 pi r cube, that is r cube, cubic centimeter. Now what should we do? We have to find the volume of the cubical box. Before finding the volume of the cubical box, I have to find the length of cubical box. So okay, here you see this is the diameter of the ball. Okay, the diameter of the ball is equal to the length of the cube. That means here we can write here the diameter of the ball is equal to, radius is 22 by pi, so what will be its diameter? 2 into 22 by pi centimeter. Okay, that means 44 by pi centimeter. It is the diameter of the ball. According to the question, the age of cubical box, I have written only box. The cubical box, that means this and this are equal in length, right? All are equal here. Okay, as it fits exactly. Okay, so age of the box is equal to, comma, a equal to 44 by pi centimeter. So what is the volume of the box? Write down, its volume is equal to, very easy and simple, a cube. A cube means what? 44 by pi whole cube, cubic centimeter. I have found the volume of the box as well as the volume of the ball. Now how to determine the volume of the unoccupied portion? Okay, that's good. If I subtract the volume of the ball from the volume of the box, then it's possible to determine the volume of the unoccupied portion. Write down, therefore the volume of unoccupied portion is equal to volume of the box. This is the volume of the box, that is 44 pi, that is 44 pi. This is the volume of the box cube minus volume of the ball, 4 by 3 pi 22 by pi whole cube, cubic centimeter. Now you have calculator with you. It's my request that you operate calculator, please. It is up to you. Okay, cubic centimeter. Now calculate it by yourself. Take out the calculator. Can you do? Can you do this? What you are getting? 44 by pi. Write down 44 divided pi means 3.1416. 44 by pi is equal to, then it is cube power 3 minus first bracket 4 divided minus 4 divided 3 4 divided 3 okay into pi 3.1416 okay into first bracket 22 divided pi 3.1416 okay first bracket is done into power 3 is equal to we have got it okay we have got it 1308 write down 1308.8115 cubic centimeter approximately. Thank you very much that you were with me. Best of luck. Assalamu alaikum. Bye bye.